Getting an ALS diagnosis is scary and life-changing, and for one family, their lives will never be the same, but they say they are finding a silver lining. Photojournalist Dave Houck introduces us to the Railings. Karen was diagnosed with ALS in 2017. Her husband Randy is now her full-time caregiver.
Do you have photos of the work corrected?
It was pretty overwhelming of looking at the retirement that I thought was ahead of us wasn't going to happen, and leaving my family. Yeah, it was a very overwhelming diagnosis.
And you also have in your evidence a bill.
It's not necessarily an old man's disease like they used to think. Women in their 30s have been diagnosed, all ages.
There's not very many things that I can do today that I couldn't do yesterday. But there's a number of things that Karen couldn't do over the last week that she was able to do 2 weeks ago.
I have ALS. It's a motor neuron disease.
All kinds of people have gotten this disease, and it's not like nobody is, God didn't promise any of us that we wouldn't have troubles in this life. He just promised that He would be with us as we go through them, and I have definitely experienced that in my life.
You take it day by day. We're blessed that she's a slow progressor, but slow progressors sometimes speed up, and that's what we're seeing, the speeding up of some of the things over the last 2 years. She's lost a lot of her abilities just in a short period of time.
God's given me the strength. I've outlived my life expectancy. He must have something for me to do yet.
It's going to be our 6th walk. The first walk that we did, the walkers were around the whole section of Sertoma Park.
Thanks everybody for coming and honoring Dan today.
The bike trail, seeing 1,000 people behind you walking to support you in that disease, that gives all those patients hope that there's people behind them in this. They're not doing it on their own.
We don't have the tools to fight with, there's no medicines that we can try to hope for a cure. It's very important. It's encouraging to see the support from the community, and it's important that the community has the awareness of ALS. There aren't that many of us patients in the region, so it's important that people know that we're out there and that we need the help.
The Walk to Defeat ALS is Saturday at Sertoma Park here in Sioux Falls. Check-in starts at 8:30. The walk will start at 10. We do have a link to sign up for the walk or to make a donation over at dakotanewsnow.com. All money raised stays local. According to the website right now, Karen is this year's top participant.